Good morning! My goodness, what is going on with the camera? Hang on here, guys. Wow. What is happening there? Hang on. Wow. That is really awful. I don't know what happened there, but we're going to try and fix it here, guys. Give me just a second. Wow. I do not know what happened. Hang on. Try that. Well, that's a little dark. Hang on. Let's try and fix that. Yikes. Good morning. That is basically how my morning has gone this morning. Oh my goodness, it has been awful. Hello, welcome. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope your Sunday morning is better than mine. Oh, the picture is still awful today. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Hello and welcome. It has been a morning, and I apologize for that. Today we're going to be working on our mix and match quilt. I've seen a couple of new faces in chat. I'll say hello to you guys all in a minute. I've got a little bit of a different computer setup going on right now because of all of the live streams that I've been a part of the last few days. So I'm trying to figure it all out here. It's a little bit different, but that's okay. And there's something weird going on with my camera all of a sudden, so I apologize for that as well. It's you know, it wouldn't be my channel if we didn't have technical difficulties, right? I mean, that's just how it goes. Welcome to all of our new subscribers. We're at 330 subscribers already, which is just, it's just incredible. It's just so exciting. My goal is to be at 500 by our 1 year anniversary, which this date is actually wrong. Our 1 year anniversary is in January, so I'm going to change that here soon. But that's our goal. It's to reach that 500 goal by the 1 year anniversary. That'll be a lot of fun. Today we're going to be working on mix and match. We've got a whole stack of stuff we are going to have to trim up today. We've got a couple left that we still need to sew. And then I've got Clue 10 here for you. Yesterday I joined Sean on his channel to finish up Clue 10. Thank you so much again to Sean for allowing me to be a part of that. It was so wonderful to meet Fallon and to meet Stephanie in person. I mean, I've talked to him, you know, in live chats and things like that, but it's great to finally be able to meet them. And I did a lot of pieces, a lot of the quilt top yesterday, but I actually was able to finish it, so I'm going to show you guys that here real quick. I saw Lucas is in chat. He's been playing some games. I started a heist game this morning. I hope you guys were able to get on that. I have no idea who won, but that's a lot of fun. Alright, so let me hop in chat real quick, say hello to everybody. Again, guys, I don't know what's happening with the computer today. It's like all kinds of weird, so I apologize for that. But let me hop in chat, say hello to everybody that's here so far, and then we will show you what this Clue 10 looks like, and then get started on mix and match. Oh yeah. So I saw Vicky mention something. I was watching chat as I was getting through some things today, and I did see that Vicky said she had been up all night because she was in pain. And Vicky, I'm really sorry to hear about that. If it makes you feel any better, honey, I feel your pain today. I was woken up at 3 o'clock this morning because I'm having muscle spasms in my upper back. So this arm is kind of loosey-goosey right now. It's a little sore, but you know, I'm pushing through, and we're all here today, and so that's really great. But I'm glad that you're here with us, Vicky, and I'm so sorry that you didn't get much sleep. So hopefully things will go better for you. Good morning, Nancy. I saw you popped in there. Good morning. Good morning, Laura. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. I haven't seen your name before, so good morning and welcome. Shady Susan, good morning. I'm so excited to hopefully see you guys tomorrow. That'll be exciting. I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. Betty, good morning again. Good morning from Tennessee, she says. Sorry. Sandra, hi, Sandra, hello. Yeah, she says, let the party begin. Yes, Lucas is in the house. Hey, Lucas is in the house. Good morning again, Vicky. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I promise I'll get my stuff together in just a minute. I'm just trying to work through some things here. Let's see. Good morning, Terry. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. It's so great to see you. Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Good morning. Thanks so much for popping in. We'll talk about you in just a second. We'll let everybody know what's going on there. So give me just a second on that. Am I missing anybody else? I don't think I'm missing anybody else. Lots of Streamline stuff. Looks like you guys are playing a bunch of games, which is awesome. Oh, good morning, Tracy. Hi, how are you? I haven't seen you in forever. Hello there, lady. How are you doing? I hope things are well. Okay, so before I show you guys what this looks like, real quick note. Tomorrow, Kathy has been kind enough to invite me onto her live stream tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central Time. I'm not sure what time that is, Eastern or Western. You guys know I'm terrible with that stuff. But I know it's 1 o'clock my time. That's what time I need to be there. So she's invited me over there for a Zoom call. I'm just going to be working on some UFOs, some Christmas table runner stuff. You guys have seen it before. It was that paper piecing stuff that we were working on before, that Miss Rosie Quilt Company paper piecing stuff. So I'm going to be working on that. But I'm so excited to sit down with those ladies and chat with them and have a great time. So if you haven't already, make sure you go follow Kathy, so then you guys can hop over there and check things out over there. If you do ! Kathy and chat, you'll be able to see that. I know it's kind of during the day, so some of you may or may not be able to join it, but that's okay. You'll be able to see the replay on her channel later on, and I'll make sure to put a link in our YouTube community and our Instagram and our Facebook as soon as I have that link for you guys, so you guys can go check that out. So I'm super, super excited to join those ladies tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. All right, so let's get started. Let me show you what this thing looks like, because I am super excited about this. Y'all know when I started this, this is the Cotton Cut So Sweet. This is clue 10. We've finished the reveal. It's all done now. When we first started it, I was hesitant about the colorway that was chosen. You guys know my husband chose the colorway for me because I couldn't decide which one I wanted, so I let him decide. And he did a great job. I'm not saying that he didn't. He did a fantastic job. I was hesitant because of all the white fabric that I saw coming in. I was really, really worried about it. But, you know, I decided to give it a shot and keep persevering through it. And now that the whole thing is put together, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't think there's too much white like I was originally concerned about. There's probably a little bit more than I'm usually comfortable with, but that's okay. It still looks beautiful, and I can't wait to show you guys it. So let me show you that real quick, and then we will get into mix and match. I know chat is going crazy again. Kathy says, I'm super excited to have you join us, Yanni. Oh, well, Kathy, I don't think you could be any more excited than I am. I really don't. Because I am so excited to join you guys on that. I'm excited to learn from you. God, the channel, the picture is just terrible. I'm excited to learn from you guys and see what you guys are working on and chat along with you. And it's going to be so much fun. I'm just so excited. All right. So look at what we got here. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is clue 10. Now it's huge and I can't get it all on the camera, so I apologize for that. Let me move this way. So this is the top or the side. It's a square, so it doesn't matter which way you turn it, it's all going to be the same. So let me pull it up a little bit so y'all can see. Betty, looks like you've achieved a notion. You've redeemed a notion with your points. That's so exciting. Make sure you send me an email with your address and I'll drop that in the mail for you. I am home this week, so I should be able to get that to you in the mail real quick. It's just a random notion that I have in my stash, either from a project box that I ordered or from a, you guys can't even see me, from a project box I ordered or from something extra in my stash. So I'm really excited to get that for you. Congratulations on redeeming that. Let's see, can I go this way? Can I go this way? So you guys can see the borders. It's gorgeous. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Look at this. Okay, so this is the center block. Trying not to, there we go. That's the center block. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I wish my camera was wide enough for you guys to see the whole thing. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This is the large size. So if you're considering doing Cotton Cuts' next project, it's called Village Green. And if you're considering it, this is what your large looks like. I don't know the exact size. I didn't measure it. I think it's, I want to say it's 84. It's either 72 or 84. And it's a square. But they do have kits where you can turn it into queens and kings and stuff with extra borders. So this is what mine looks like. Now I will be sending that off to the long arm. I have my background fabric up here in the corner up here. I have that up there. So I'm going to be sending that off to the long arm to get that all finished up and putting the binding on it. And then I think I'm actually going to offer that one up for sale. I haven't 100% decided yet. So if you guys keep an eye on that, and we'll have to figure that out. Oh, Anita, it looks like Anita has also redeemed a free notion. As long as you have enough points or thimbles, you can go ahead and do that. And then you can email me your address and I can get that mailed off to you. Oh, yeah. Sandra says, very beautiful. Kelly says, beautiful quilt. Thank you, thank you, thank you, ladies. That's so nice of you to say. Yes, absolutely. It is really, really exciting. And it looks like Anita's also trying to redeem a fat quarter as well. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, if you guys have enough points, you can redeem a fat quarter and a notion. Those are a couple of the prizes that we offer. You can only redeem one per live stream. But basically, I just pick one from my stash and I mail it off to you. All you need to do is have enough points to be able, or thimbles to be able to redeem it. Type that into the chat and then send me an email with your address so that I can get that off mail to you. So really exciting. Anita says, I don't understand number of thimbles. Okay, thimbles is basically a points program that you guys are earning points as you're watching the stream. So I think it's like, I think it might be 25 points for every 5 minutes or something like that. And then you can play extra games to earn more thimbles. And as you play those games and you earn more thimbles, then you can turn those thimbles in for prizes. You can do exclamation point thimbles to see how many thimbles you have right now. And as you continue to earn them and play those games, then you can redeem those in for points. I think it's 7,500 for a random fat quarter. Wow, lots of people up there with points. Look at all those points. Wow, Lucas, Jesus. You got a ton of points there, dude. You can redeem them for fat quarters. You can redeem them for random notions. And then I also am going to have a really big prize up there that I have not added yet, but I'll let you guys know when that one's up. So yeah, so it's a lot of fun. It's something that I found, it's something that's built into Streamlabs. It's a part of the program that's built into Streamlabs, so I don't have a lot of control over what happens. But basically you can play our heist game where you can randomly win some extra thimbles. You're earning thimbles as you're participating in chat, as you're playing the slots games, which the slots games right now seem to be the way to earn the most thimbles. I think Lucas and I need to manage those a little bit better, but that's okay. We're working on that. So yeah, you guys can play them that way. There's a bunch of other ways that you guys can play. So yeah, check out this chat as things are going through and you can earn those. All right, so let's get started with mix and match. How is everybody doing this weekend? Were you able to catch Sean's live yesterday? I was so excited to be on part of Sean's live. Thank you again to him for letting me be there and participating in that. That was a lot of fun. I'm really excited about that. I hope you guys were able to catch that. If not, I know that it is replaying on his channel because I did watch it again on his channel just to make sure that things kind of went okay. I like to watch my own live streams just to kind of learn from things, figure out what I can do better, figure out where I can, you know, try to figure out this silly screen and camera thing. I'm not sure what's happening today. I don't know. It looks like I have two heads today. I don't understand what's happening, but whatever. It's fine. It looked fine before I turned it on, so who knows. All right, so mix and match. We are working on mix and match, which there's a free padding there up in the chat if you guys are interested, from Donna Jordan of Jordan Fabrics. I did not pull out the blocks, but I can for those of you who are interested. Sorry, give me a second. Moving a little slow. Gotta be careful with this arm. It does not want to work today. Oh. Let me pull out the blocks so you guys can see what those blocks look like. It is currently, we were talking about it yesterday. We were talking about the temperature yesterday. It was chilly yesterday. It was like 26 degrees, I think is what I had said on the live stream yesterday. Currently, it is 18 degrees Fahrenheit. And if Sean was here, he'd be able to convert that to Celsius for those of you that are overseas. It's supposed to be a high of 34, but I'm fairly certain we already hit that high, and we're coming down. But this morning when I was up at 3 o'clock, it was 11. So, you know, it's a little bit warmer than it was. Okay, so these are the blocks. That's what the blocks look like. Again, this camera is terrible. I'm sorry, guys. One of these days I will figure this out. I swear. All right, here's the other one. I'm just glad it looked better yesterday when I was on a lot of their live streams. Apparently, it's only my live streams that it doesn't like. All right, so that's what the blocks look like. Good morning, Dawn. Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. Anita, I don't think I actually said good morning to you, so I do apologize for that. I answered your questions, but I don't think I said good morning, so good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. In fact, I don't think I've seen you on the channel before, so welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. Oh, 1 a.m. bedtime. Oh my goodness. Okay. Looks like the red eye filter is messing with your camera. Yeah, I don't know what's happening today, Dawn. Honestly, the camera looked beautiful before I turned on the live stream, and now it looks terrible. So I don't know what has happened. I have tried to mess with some of the settings, but y'all, if you're okay with it, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, and I will try to figure it out off camera later because I don't want to waste your guys' time. So as long as you're okay with it, I'm really sorry. It's just terrible. It's just absolutely terrible today. So I apologize for that. Brenda says, grr, grocery shopping, lost track of time. Oh, Brenda, don't you worry. You're fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. We're going to be here for a little while. The camera's terrible. All right, so let me put this away. But as long as you guys are okay with the terrible picture for today, I promise I will get it fixed for next time. I don't know what happened. It is what it is. We'll figure it out. All right, so. Okay, so I've got the stack here that are going to need to be trimmed later, but first we've got a few blocks left that we need to make up. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those apart. So basically what we've done is we take a layer cake, we sliced it up into 4 so that we got charm packs. We took those charm packs, we took 2 of those pieces together, we sewed them both sides together, and then we sliced it down the middle and took a 1/2 inch off the top. So now we have these 4.5 inch blocks. We pressed them open, so now we have these pieces right here, and we're matching those up, and we're going to slice these again in order to make part of our block. So that's what we're doing today. Lucas says, I'm going to test redemption. You don't have to fulfill mine. Okay, well, of course. Nancy says, can't lie, doing great. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. All right, so let's get this stuff going here. All right, so I've got my 2 pieces here. You're supposed to lay them both going the same direction. So I'm going to nest up the seams and then lay them both out going the same direction, and we're going to cut them opposite directions. What did I do with my, oh, here it is. So we're going to be cutting them. This back over here. It always takes me a minute to remember what we're doing because, you know, we have so much time in between projects that I kind of forget sometimes what we're doing. Okay, so this one I'm going to cut this way, and then this one I'm going to cut this way. I'm going corner to corner on this. I want to make sure that our seams are nice and lined up so that it cuts it nice and straight. All right. How is the weather by you guys? I hope it is warmer by you guys than it is by me today. It is chilly willy. It is chilly, chilly willy. All right, so there's that one. And then I'm going to turn this one and cut it this way. So it's going the opposite direction. There we go. We flip those over like that, and then we take each of these bundles and we sew them back together. I'm just going to bring them right over to my machine. Like that. There we go. Make sure those seams stay nice and nested up, and we're going to sew these pieces right back together. All right. All right. Kathy says it's 32 degrees here in Washington. Well, Kathy, I am jealous. 32 degrees sounds super warm right now compared to the 18 degrees we have out here right now. Have you gotten any snow up there yet, Kathy? We got a little bit of snow, but it didn't really stick to the ground. It stuck to, you know, everything that was off the ground, you know, cars and patio furniture and things like that. But it didn't actually stick to the ground. The ground's still a little too warm yet. We had a little bit of an ice situation the other day, but it didn't last for very long. Vicky says it's 29 and 29 degrees Fahrenheit and the sun came out, so that's good to hear. Vicky, I'm glad to hear that. All right. So now we're going to press these all the same direction. So, trying to make sure I'm lining them all up correctly so that they all get pressed up the same direction. I don't know what's going on with my iron today. I'm telling you guys, today is just a terrible day for me. Between being up at 3 in the morning with terrible, terrible back pain. I think I've got that at least under control enough that I can function. But then it's just been one thing after another today. So, and then of course technical issues. That's all right. We'll get through it, right? I'm so glad that we're here today. I love these live streams. You guys, I talked about it before yesterday on Sean's channel. I adore these live streams. You guys make my week. So I try and do everything I can to keep them as much as I can. Alright, just pushing this one through here. Anita says, sent an email to introduce myself and picked up the free pattern above. Oh, great, Anita, great, yeah. Yep, the Donna Jordan offers a lot of really great free patterns. I do a lot of her stuff. At my quilting retreat, if you guys are on our Instagram or our Facebook, I posted some pictures. Or even if on our quilting retreat video on the channel, you guys can see I did a couple of her patterns, her free patterns in our retreats. That was fun. Yeah, Donna Jordan does a great job with free patterns. It's wonderful. All right, there's that one. So now I'm just going to use that same binder clip and going to clip these all together, and then we're going to trim them all at the same time. So, good morning, Marie. Hello. Thank you for joining us. It's so good to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Marie says, still have snow on the ground in Wisconsin. The nights have been 11 degrees and it's about 23 now. Yeah, that's about, I mean, you have me beat with the snow, but about the temperature's been about the same by me here. I'm in northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago. And I am far enough away that I'm not usually impacted by the lake effect snow, but I am not far enough away that I don't get some of the other weather anomalies. Anita says, I checked the weather in Massachusetts for my mother-in-law. Anita, where are you located? You said it was about 1 in the morning by you. Where are you located, hon? Oh, stretch. Oof. It's painful today. It is painful today. Marie says you did great with Sean yesterday. Enjoyed watching the replay. Oh, Marie, thank you so much for that. I was nervous. You guys know I get really nervous about things like that. So I told Sean, I said, don't tell me who else is joining us. I want to be surprised. So then that way I can't get any overly nervous because I can pretend like it's just he and I up until the very end. And that seemed to work out really well. So I'm going to have to remember that trick for next time. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was my very first ever like Zoom so along, so I had a good time. I was not 100% sure what to do or what to say or how to say things, but I think I did pretty good. And yeah, it turned out a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. Lots of fun. Oh no, somebody said something about no heat. Oh no, that's not good. We had issues with our heat last week. We were actually out of heat for 2 days. Luckily, it wasn't super cold. And we do have a wood-burning fireplace in our living room that we can use when it gets, you know, to get the chill out of the house when we need to. But yeah, we had issues with our furnace last week, but we got those fixed, so we're good to go now. That's good. Thank you, John. Yes, back pain does suck. I have chronic back pain. I had surgery on my lower back a few years back. No pun intended. A few years ago, I had surgery on my lower back because I have some herniated discs in my lower back. So this upper back pain is something new for me. It's not something I've really had to deal with before. So it's interesting, to say the least. You know, usually I'm dealing with numb legs, and now I have like a tingly arm a little bit. So I'm sure there's something going on there, and you know, it is what it is. I did a bunch of stretches this morning. I took some medication that I don't normally take unless I absolutely have to have it. And then I also did a bunch of stretches, did a heating pack and an ice pack, and it's okay for now. It's tolerable, but it's definitely tender, so we'll get through it, right? We'll get through it. One step at a time. All right, let me iron this one up here, but thank you, Lucas. Okay, sounds good, Lucas, thank you. I trust you. I'm sure I set that up, and I'm sure I did something wrong, but that's okay. We'll get through it. Stretch. Good morning, Mona. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you so much for that shout out. Mona gave our channel a shout out on her community page a couple of days ago. I really appreciated that. Thank you so much for that. So welcome to any subscribers that came over from Mona's channel. Good morning and welcome. Thank you so much for that. So what's everybody working on? I mean, obviously you guys know what I'm working on. I got a bunch of stuff going on right now. My goodness, so much stuff. So what does everybody, I know Brenda, she's probably still working on that cross stitch project, which is gorgeous, by the way, Brenda. Absolutely beautiful. She posted a picture in our Facebook group. So pretty. Speaking of the Facebook group, if you're not a member and you'd like to be, you can do !FB in chat. It'll give you a link to the Facebook group. You can also do !links, LINKS in chat, and it'll give you links to our Facebook and our Instagram, which is really exciting. I've been trying to get better about posting stuff over there. I'm still learning, so I thank you guys for your patience. Alright, Betty. Looks like Betty redeemed a second notion today. There should have been a timer in that. That's alright. No worries. I can send you two. You've earned enough thimbles to redeem it. Kathy says I'm working on some of my blocks in the month trying to get caught up. Kathy, are those for like Fat Quarter Shop, or are those for... I know Dawn's doing one of those. I'm not sure if that's affiliated with anything or if that's one of hers. There we go. Welcome, Sue, to our Facebook group. Thank you so much for requesting that. We'll get that approved for you momentarily. I'm sure Lucas will probably get to it before I can. If not, I will definitely get it to you. Oh, it's only one the first didn't go through. Okay. Thank you. I'll make sure to get her one. She just needs to make sure she emails me her address, because I know she sent it to me recently because she won a prize, but I don't keep them for security reasons. And once I've sent you your prize, I delete your email with your address on it, you know, completely out, so then that way no one else has it. So then that way if I ever get hacked for whatever reason, and nobody's addresses are things. So she will need to still email me her address, and I'll get that out to her in the mail. I've got a box of them. Just random stuff. Excuse me. Betty says, Danny, it's the summer moon in your friend's quilt shop. Huh. I've never, you know what, I think I actually have heard of the summer moon. I think I have heard of that one. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's really, really pretty. Excuse me. Betty says, sent it again. Thank you very much, Betty. Yeah, I'll try and get that to you in the mail this week. It'll be a nice holiday gift. I've reverse cycle air conditioning plus solar power. Wow, Anita, that's impressive. That is awesome. That is really awesome. One day I will invest in solar power for the house. I have not yet. It's definitely something I'd like to look into a little bit more eventually. In the States here, it's not as popular of a thing for residential. It's becoming more popular, but it's not as popular. I have a couple of neighbors that have it, which I think is great, but it's not something that is as popular just yet. Excuse me. Ouch. Looks like everybody's playing those slots games. That seems to be the fastest way to earn points. My goodness. Lots of fun there. We'll get that all figured out. Congratulations to the winners. I'm so glad we were able to finally figure out how to get that working. So the fabric line that we are using for this project, and I know I mentioned it a few times before, but for all of our newcomers, this fabric line is called it's called I don't remember what it's called now. Well, Whimsical Daisy. That's what it's called. It's called Whimsical Daisy. If you do exclamation point MM fabric in chat, it'll give you some information about the fabric. It might give you a link to the fabric line that I could find, but it is a discontinued fabric line, so it is a little bit difficult to find. But you can do that if you'd like. Anita says, no problem, 28 degrees south. Wow. Alright, just lining these back up, clipping those. We're going to have a lot of trimming to do today after we finish sewing all these pieces together. We only have like 4 more to sew up, and then we're going to be doing a lot of trimming. So I'll probably put the machine down to do the trimming just so I have a little bit of a bigger space here to work with. Because it's going to be lots of trimming. You guys know, quilt projects, they're not quick. You know, they go slow, and you guys, all of my full-size projects are done exclusively on my live stream, so I don't do anything off camera, so you guys can see the entire project from start to finish. So if you wanted to sew along, you're absolutely welcome to do so. You don't have to. It's not a requirement, obviously. But you are welcome to do so if you chose. Anita, you can actually tag me. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll follow you back. So if you want to just go over and follow me on Instagram there, I can follow you back. I try and follow everyone who follows us on our community on Instagram. I try to follow back as long as they have a quilting related channel. If it is a private channel though, I have not been following those back just because I can't confirm that it is a quilting channel. But yeah, if you want to follow us on Instagram, I can follow you there. And we also have a hashtag. I mean, obviously it's not a popular one on Instagram, but we do have one. It is just, you know, hashtag So Not An Expert YT. I try and use that every time I post something to try and build up the hashtag. So if you have something you want to tag our channel, our community in, you can just use that tag. And that will connect it up there. And if you are not on social media, but you'd like me to share pictures of whatever project you're working on our social medias so that our other community members can see it, you are welcome to email me the pictures, and I'd be happy to post pictures of them for you on your behalf if that's something you would like us to do. I'm happy to do that. Hi, Patty. Good morning. She says, hi. Morning, Danny. Kind of late. Oh, Patty, don't you worry. No worries. There's never a reason to apologize for being late. I appreciate you guys popping in whenever you can, even if it's after the stream is completely over. I appreciate it always, so no worries. I'm glad you were able to catch us. We are just working on our mix and match project today. I apologize for the video quality. I have no idea what has managed to happen, but somehow the settings on my Streamlabs must have, sometime between the time I turned the Streamlabs on this morning and the time I went live, something changed. So I don't know what changed, but something changed, so I'll fix it later. I do apologize for that. You guys know I am not tech savvy. I think it might be a connection thing. I don't think it's actually Streamlabs, but who knows. Anita says, found the Instagram. Awesome, Anita. Awesome. You can also do exclamation point links in chat, LINKS in chat, and it'll give you a link to the Instagram as well, if you're interested. I'm still learning the Instagram stuff, so I don't have a lot of posts there. So I do apologize for that, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better. And now that I've shown you guys what the So Sweet quilt looks like, I'm going to go ahead and post pictures of that on our Instagram so others can see it as well. Future-proof the house. There you go. That is exactly right. All right. Oh, looks like somebody's got another heist going, trying to earn some more of those thimbles. You're having a great time with that. Good luck to all of our players. I hope you all win, but I have no control, so please don't be mad at me. Thank you, Lucas, for throwing that link up there. You are super awesome. Lucas is our super moderator. He is awesome. If you guys have any questions, you can always tag him in your questions, and he's happy to answer them for you, or you can tag me in them. If you do the @ symbol, that's the A with the circle around it, or the shift, and then the number 2 on your keyboard if you're working on a computer. And then you type in Lucas. His name will pop up in a drop down, and you can select it, and it will highlight the message for him so he can see it. Same thing with me. If you're wanting to make sure that I see something, you can do the same thing and do so not an expert, and I will be able to see it. It tags me, it highlights it on my screen here so that I can make sure that I don't miss it. Because sometimes, I mean, I try not to miss anything in chat, but sometimes things run through too quickly, you know, because I don't have my eyes on it all the time. And so there are times where I do accidentally miss things, and I always apologize for that. I try not to, but sometimes it just happens. So if I do miss it, you can always send it again and tag me in it. If Lucas thinks it's something I really need to see, usually he will tag me in it as well. So I do try to see everything that I can. Yes, the heist is going to be big. Lots of big numbers this time. Yeah, well, you know, those slots, they're really making you guys earn a lot of thimbles, so you got a lot more to play with. It gets to be a lot more fun when those numbers turn bigger. So with the slot payouts, we might have to bump up the prize numbers a little bit, make them a little bit more of a challenge. Good morning, Shirley. Thank you so much for joining me. Good morning, Sue. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you before, so welcome. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. And Shirley, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us as well. I really appreciate you stopping in today. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Shirley has her own channel. If you do ! Shirley in chat, she has a lot of helpful tips and tricks on things. She's way more of an expert at this stuff than I am. So if you're looking for some tips and tricks, make sure you head over to her channel. She does an amazing job. Dawn, who's also in our our stream right now, she has her own channel. She does some amazing projects. She's really great with tutorials and things like that. It's awesome to see. So make sure you go check her out. She also has her own blog, which I do have a link for in our chat if you do ! Dawn, which I think she threw it up there once already, but I'm sure she could throw it up there again. And then, of course, there's Kathy. Kathy and Sandra and Patty and Diane, they're all on Kathy's channel, which I'm super excited to be joining tomorrow. So make sure you definitely go follow Kathy so you can catch me over there. Anita says next week is our local Christmas Bonanza market stall. Ooh, that sounds like fun, Anita. Those are always fun. I used to do things like that when I was younger. Unfortunately, I don't really have a whole lot of time to participate in things like that now, but that sounds like a lot of fun. I do apologize if you guys hear me yell out "ow" every once in a while. I tend to vocalize my pain, so then that way I'm not holding it internally. I just kind of release it. So I will vocalize it by saying "ow" a lot. I'm not in any kind of excruciating pain, but it's definitely enough that it needs to be vocalized, so I'm not holding on to it. It's something that one of my chiropractors taught me how to do way back when I was seeing a chiropractor. So I do apologize if you hear me yell out "ow" every once in a while. just ignore it. We're just gonna keep moving on. So that's just kind of where I'm at today. Especially when I use this arm. It's a little sore today. Brenda says, "Oh, Shirley, I printed numbers on my wax paper to mark my rows. One of the best tips." Oh, it sounds like that. Yes, Siri. Yes, Susan is on Kathy's channel as well. Yes, of course. Yes. I am really excited. I hope that Susan's able to make the live stream tomorrow because I'd love to meet her in person. I'd love to meet you all, so I'm super excited. I'm not sure who's going to be joining us tomorrow, but whoever they are, I'm excited about it. Susan has some amazing projects that she's been working on. I loved watching you guys make that sample quilt that you were making for a while. I need to find that sewing machine pattern. I need to find it because it was just so cute, and I'd love to make one myself because it was absolutely adorable. Maybe later on you ladies can share with me where you got that pattern from so I could hop over there and get one because I'd really love to make that sewing machine. It was so cute. Freezer paper. Oh, Sandra says it's a free pattern. That is my kind of dollars. Those are my kind of patterns. Sandra, if you would be so kind, if you have a moment and would be able to email me like the website or a link to the pattern where I could find it, that would be super amazing. Because like I said, I would love to be able to make that block because it is just so super cute. I am trying to I want to decorate a little bit in here, give you guys something a little bit more than just a boring door to stare at and you know, boring curtains and things like that. So I'm trying to decorate a little bit, but I want to make sure that it's, you know, quilting related decorations. So I would love to make that block and maybe frame it as a decoration. I showed you guys on our last live stream maybe it was 2 live streams ago, a panel that I bought from when I was at my quilting retreat for, it's for the state of Illinois, which I thought was really cool. So I'm going to actually make that one up and hang that one on the back of the door here so you guys can see that. So I think that'll be something fun for you guys to see in the background. As well as myself too, because I watch all my videos, I watch all my live streams, and you know, that way I can kind of see where the camera angles are, you know, what I can do to improve. So Kathy says, I got the sewing machine pattern at Quilt in a Day. All right, Kathy, I'm gonna have to try and remember that. Lucas, if you could send me an email with that, that would be fantastic. Quilt in a Day. I'm gonna have to, I assume that's a website. I'm gonna have to see if I can check that out. Oh, somebody said good morning to Sean. I did not see him pop in, but if he is here, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Linda, good morning. I didn't see you pop in. Good morning. And hello, June. Hi, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Wow, some new faces today. That's so awesome. I am always happy to see new faces. Of course, I love our regular viewers, but new faces is always fun too. Sean, I didn't see Sean pop in, but if he did, good morning to him. Brenda says, yes, I was using Alphabetties, complained they didn't stick. Shirley told us the wonderful tips of freezer paper. I printed the numbers, ironed them on blocks, kept them straight. Oh, that's not a bad idea, Brenda. I never thought to do that. See, this is what I'm telling you. You guys have got to go over and follow Shirley. She has some amazing tips and tricks to do things like this. That is super, 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 super great. Freezer numbers on some freezer paper. That is super smart. Super, super smart. If you do exclamation point Shirley in chat, you can go over and follow her. She does live streams as well. Lots of fun. Kathy says, yes, Danny, it's Eleanor Burns, and her website is Quilt in a Day. Awesome, Kathy. Thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate that. I'm going to head over there maybe later today and see if I can find that pattern, because I really want that sewing machine. I really want it. It was so cute. So cute. And it wasn't a paper piecing either. It was just a straight blacks, right? I think I remember watching you guys put that together, and I believe it was just a straight block piecing. It wasn't paper piecing. Ouch. Anita's asking how many days a week does everybody sew. For me, Anita, I'm a weekend warrior. Unfortunately, I have a daytime job that keeps me away from my sewing room for way more hours of the week than I would prefer. And then I also have videos that I edit during the week as well. So unfortunately for me, I'm a weekend warrior. I usually only sew on Saturdays and Sundays. So if I have a busy weekend, that also means that I'm not able to record videos. So sometimes I have to skip the week for videos. But I try not to skip a live stream as much as I can help it. All right, guys, last piece, and then we'll put the machine down for a little while, and we'll do some trimming. Sandra says, Danny, you're correct. It was a piece block. Awesome. Not that I don't mind doing a paper piecing. I'm still trying to learn how to do that technique a little bit better. So I wouldn't have minded that, but I know for a lot of other viewers that can be a little intimidating. So I'm glad to hear that's just a piece block. It was so cute. So cute. The whole time I was watching you guys make it, I'm like, oh my god, I want one. I want one. I'm so glad that it's a free pattern. I mean, I would be totally willing to pay for it too, but I'm glad it was a free pattern. Why does this look so weird? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this one got wonky on me. Well, I'll cut this one up, but I don't think this one's gonna work. This one got wonky on me. Let's see. It said I needed 45 blocks. Well, I'm going to keep this one kind of separated because this one somehow got wonky. So I'm going to sew these two pieces here so that they're sewn, but then I'm going to keep that one separate. Because I might have to cut another block. I do have a little bit of extra fabric, so I can cut up another block if I need to. This one looks like it got cut short. It looks like it's at 4 inches instead of 4.5. So, you know, because, you know, I do things like that. I do silly things like that all the time. So... Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Just gonna go ahead and iron these up just in case. So the directions said I needed 45 blocks. So I think I'm going to be okay with this one piece short. So, but I'm going to set it off to the side. And if it turns out that I need it, I do have a little bit of spare fabric that I can put another piece together for it if I need to. But for right now, we'll just set it to the side and hope that we don't need it. Set that one off to the side. All right, let me pull the thread out because I don't think we're going to... you know what? I'll leave the thread in because we might get to some more sewing today. Let me just put the machine down so that we can work with this table a little bit better. When I'm doing a lot of sewing and cutting, I prefer to put the table down. It just gives me a little bit more space to work with. You guys have seen me move my machine up and down many a times. All right. Oh, since it's connected. Oh, stretch. But we have to trim all of these blocks up to 4-inch squares and then trim off all the dog ears. So we've got a lot of trimming to do. Lots and lots. Anita says, yes, when you switch to a camera and reverse when the video, it totally confused me. Yeah, Anita, I get some people that time, but the idea there is just basically to kind of break up the video so that way it's not a static video and you guys can kind of, it's supposed to keep your attention. It was a trick I learned from one of the other videographers, but yeah, especially when I have stuff up here on the wall, because the text on it flips around, it kind of confuses people a little bit, so hopefully it's a little bit of fun too. I mean, that's kind of the goal, is to keep it fun. So Terry, it is Sew Not an Expert, all one word. That's SEWNOTANEXPERT @gmail.com. I think there's a link. I think if you do exclamation point email, there should be a link. I think Lucas set one up for that. Shirley says, went to the annual craft show yesterday. I knit slippers and came home with over $500. Wow! Congratulations, Shirley. I can now buy some new fabric. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, congratulations, Shirley. That sounds really exciting. You made out like a bandit, girl. All right. So first things first, we have to trim off all the dog ears, which is going to be interesting. And then we have to trim all the blocks. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got my scissors here for the dog ears. And then I don't need my mouse right now. I can put that away. And then this one here for your blocks. I can put that one away too. Eleanor Burns is super hilarious. Okay, well, I'm going to have to check her out for sure. Thank you, Lucas. I thought we had a link set up for that. Maybe not. All right, so we're just going to be trimming blocks here, guys. So it's really just, it's time for some chat here. Because I'm just going to be trimming up a bunch of blocks and chatting with you guys. So tell me what you guys are working on. What's the weather like? How are things going? Any fun plans for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is this coming week here in the States. So that's exciting. I am still planning to do a live on Sunday, and I probably will have a new video for you that'll post on Thanksgiving, although I don't think that I will be doing a premiere of it. I think I'm just going to post the video. Sometimes I do a premiere where I join you guys in the chat for a video so that we can all chat about it as we're watching it. Oh, Terry, thank you so much. Terry says she emailed me the block. You are awesome, Terry. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. I'll check that out later. Thank you. All right, so first things first, cut off all the dog ears. And then we're going to trim these to 4 inches. Now, they should be pretty well trimmed up, but you're going to trim the 2 long edges to 4 inches. So I've got my bigger ruler here, lining it up to the 4. And the 4 there. It's a little bulky because of the seams there, but we'll get it. There's that. And then I'm going to rotate it around. And trim it up to 4. So this is what we're going to be doing the rest of the live stream, basically. Trimming up all these blocks. It's going to be super fun. Super fun. That one actually looks like it's pretty well trimmed up, but we're going to do it anyway, just to make sure. Thank you, Lucas. You are awesome. I love that yesterday on Sean's live stream when he saw Lucas on the chat. He's like, Lucas is in the house. I thought that was so much fun. That was a lot of fun. That's something that I started doing here on this channel just because it was something fun and silly. Because I like to be fun and silly. Because I think life, the rest of our lives can be, you know, serious and boring. We can have a little bit of fun here and be a little silly. That's something I started, and it was fun to see him do it too. It was a lot of fun. Vicky says she's gonna. I'm going daughter for dinner. Oh, she's going to her daughter's for dinner, and she's making the bread. So I think that means she's gonna be taking off. Well, Vicky, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. It was great to see you. Really appreciate you joining us. And if you have the opportunity, make sure you check out Kathy's channel tomorrow. I'll be over there, 1 o'clock Central, 1 p.m. Central Time. I'm really excited for that. When I was talking to Kathy about it, her daughter said that her daughter made the comment that Kathy likes my channel so much that she ditches her own daughter's channel to come watch mine. I hope that's not really true, but I appreciate it. It's very sweet. And I didn't realize Kathy's daughter had her own channel, so I'm going to have to make sure to get some information on that for us. Maybe I can go follow her as well, give her a like and a subscribe. Alright guys, we got 1 done. Woohoo! We're going to be here a while. We're going to be here a while. Yes, Thanksgiving dinner is on Thursday. I am not cooking the full dinner. We have dinner at my mom's house. We have dinner at her house. She does the turkey and all the fixings. I am bringing a couple of side dishes that she's asked me to bring, and all of us do, or the whole family does. Yeah. Does anybody else have any fun plans for their Thanksgiving holiday if they're in the States? Congrats to all of our slot winners. I think it's probably just Lucas. He does a lot of testing during the lives, because unfortunately a lot of this stuff we can't actually test out until we're in a live stream. So he does a lot of testing during the live stream. So I usually tend to ignore him unless he tags me in something, because I know he's testing all kinds of stuff. So. All right. 4 inches this way. And he does, like, the machine was inverse. Like, they don't make them that way. Hi, I just like to throw you off, Anita, that's all. I have a special machine. Mine runs in reverse. Kathy said, oh, it's true, Danny. It's true. Oh, geez. My daughter's channel is called Jen. Oh, I'm going to butcher that. I'm sorry. That would be wonderful if you could subscribe to her, and thank you. Oh, no problem. Yeah. Lucas, if you wouldn't mind putting that name in the email address, I'll go follow it later today. Because I'll lose it in that little chat window, unfortunately. Please and thank you. Yeah, I will absolutely go over and follow her channel. And I will even get a link set up in our channel to that as well. So then that way we can help support her. I'm not even sure what her channel is about, and I don't care. We're just going to go support her anyway. If she's a family member of one of our subscribers, we're going to go over and support her as much as we can. Kelly, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Hello, how are you? Kelly says we're having breakfast earlier. It's 9:30 a.m. for me. No problem, Kelly. No problem. We're glad you could make it. No problem. I appreciate you coming by. We are just trimming up a bunch of blocks today. I mean, I only had like 4 blocks left to sew up. I think, well, okay, maybe it was 6 blocks I had left to sew up. But then we're doing a bunch of trimming. I gotta square all these blocks up to 4 inches. And trimmed off all the dog ears. Did I go the wrong way? I feel like I might have went the wrong way. Did I go the wrong way? Which way was it going here, guys? Was I pulling from this side or was I pulling from the other side? No, I don't remember now. I got distracted. I'm very easily distracted. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, we were talking about, on Sean's channel yesterday, we were talking about all kinds of fun stuff. At one point, we talked about speeding tickets. That was fun. That was funny. So how many of you out there are participating in the Village Green from Cotton Cuts? I am still kind of on the fence about it. I've done 2. I've completed 2 Cotton Cuts. I'm working on the Piazza one, which you guys are aware of. And I'm debating on skipping this next round. Just because I've got a lot going on right now on the channel, and you know, I just have a lot going on. But I'm curious how many of you guys are participating in it. Good morning, Katie. I think I saw you pop in earlier, and I apologize. I don't think I actually said good morning to you. So good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Looks like we've got another heist running. That's fun. The treasure hunt text that you guys see is weird. It's the default text that's in Streamlabs, and we cannot find it. Lucas and I have both looked, and we cannot figure out where to change it. So we're still digging through trying to find it. It's somewhere. We just haven't found it yet. One of these days we'll find it. Trimming up a bunch of blocks. Moldy Lasagna's back. Good morning. I love that username. It is so much fun. I absolutely love it. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It is so great to see you again. And I have to say, I love saying your username because it's just so funny and so much fun. Welcome back. Anita says, just a regular day in Australia. Ooh, she's from down under. That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, we got 3 done, guys. Yay! Only like 42 more to go. We're just going to keep going here. Some parts of quilt making is boring. And there's just, unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot I can do about it. Some of it is just boring. I am trimming up the dog ears first and then trimming up the blacks. This is a trick that I learned. I don't know that anybody taught it to me. I think I just did it on my own. I have this really old kid's plastic cup. It has a mustache on it. It was a freebie from a Halloween or something. But I use that for all my spare threads and stuff and all my small pieces. So then that way they're all over my pants and my shirt too. But I try to put them on in here. But I use this cup for my dog ears too. So I just clip them right into the cup. And then that way I can just dump the cup. Because I found that the fabric bins and stuff that you make, they're great. They're awesome. But the problem is that these little bitty pieces have a tendency to stick to it. So they don't work really well. I've had one of our subscribers, I think it was Brenda, actually recommended using a empty Kleenex box and taping it to the side of the bin, which is an excellent idea as well. I just so happen to have a plastic container, so I use that. But an empty Kleenex box would work really well as well. Moldy Lasagna says, where can I get the new raw code for Streamlabs? I'll find it for you. I'm highly trained debugger of C++. I'll find it. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but I appreciate it. Thank you. They're talking about a show they're watching in Australia, which is awesome. Yes. In Canada's Thanksgiving is in October. That is correct. I mean, obviously it's correct, yes. Yes, Thursday is a holiday here in the States. It is the Thanksgiving Day holiday. I will likely have a new video on the channel, but it will probably not be a premiered video. It'll just kind of silently drop on the channel. Because I will be with my family when the video goes live. And although I'm sure that they wouldn't mind me being in a live stream for a live chat for a few minutes, I don't really feel like that's appropriate. So I won't be doing that. Lucas, what's the oh no for? Is that because you were the only one that won? Is that because you were the only one that won the heist? Is that why you're saying oh no? As a reminder, I'm sure Streamlabs has already reminded you about it, but just in case, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out the channel because it lets other people know that you like the channel, and hopefully they will too. And if you're participating in chat, then you're already a subscriber. But if you're not participating in chat and you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot of fun things here. I mean, we are doing a lot of fun things, and we're going to continue to do a lot of fun things. We are currently at 330 subscribers, and hopefully we continue to keep growing. I mentioned on Sean's channel yesterday that the whole point of me creating this channel was to make new friends. New quilting friends, learn from them, and they learn from me, and just kind of collaborate as a group. That's why I started this channel, and that's why I will continue to work through this channel. As long as it stays having fun, then I will keep going. There we go. We do subscriber giveaways on our live streams on occasions. I shouldn't say rare occasions, but on random occasions. I never advertise for that. I just do them randomly. We're not doing a giveaway today, but you know, there could be one next week. You just don't know. Who knows? You just never know. Oh, ouch. Okay, I'm gonna move. I don't know if anybody else has ended up down that rabbit hole, but I have recently fallen down the 50% off Fat Quarter Shop and Missouri Star Quilt Company pre-cut sale that they were running. So I'll have a box of new pre-cuts coming in here shortly. Because, you know, I need more of those, like a hole in the head. But that just means we'll have more projects for next year. So if you guys have ideas for pre-cut projects, jelly rolls, layer cakes, charm packs, any of those pre-cut projects that you really like and you want to recommend it for the channel, I'm always taking recommendations. Feel free to email me or post something on our Facebook group or Instagram or wherever. I'm always looking for new ideas. And, you know, it doesn't have to be a free pattern. It can be a purchase pattern. I'm not against purchasing patterns. I want to support our creators as much as I can. We have some pattern creators in our community now, so I like to try and support them as much as I can as well. So if you have a great idea for one of those pre-cuts, please let me know it. You can email me or post it on Facebook or Instagram. I'm actively trying to come up with our projects for next year. A list of all the things I want to try and achieve for next year. This year I didn't really have a list of things I wanted to achieve. I just kind of wung it, honestly. But I would actually like to have a real plan for next year because I feel like that's going to give me a little less anxiety about things. If I actually have a plan. So that is my goal. I think it's good to have goals. I'm also planning a really, really big live stream in January for this channel's 1-year anniversary. It's on January 28th, I think. It's the last Sunday in January. That is the channel's 1-year anniversary, so we'll be doing something big for that. I'm still in the planning stages of it yet, so I don't want to give too much away. But there will be some fun things happening that day, so make sure you're tuned in there that day. Of course, it's 2 months away, but can never be too early to plan these things, you know. Betty reminded everybody to give a thumbs up, so that's great. Oh, Anita says C++ is a computer programming language, if I'm correct. Awesome. I learned the HTML programming a long time ago when I was doing web design. So I have a generic idea of what that is, but I was never very good at it. I knew just enough to be dangerous. So. Just enough to be dangerous. Just enough to break it to have to call somebody else to come fix it. That's usually how it works. My IT department at my daytime job hates me because I'm usually the one that's breaking things. I'm usually the one that's finding all the broken pieces. Good morning, Chloe! Thank you so much for joining us today. We are working on our mix and match. We had like 5 or 6 pieces we had to sew together, and now we're doing a ton of trimming, which is unfortunately a necessary evil of part of any project. We have to cut off the dog ears and trim all the blocks down to 4 inches, and then we're going to be sewing all of these pieces up together. I think that's probably something we'll do on the next live, I'm sure. And then the blocks for this project will be completely put together, and then it's just a matter of cutting up all of our background fabric and putting it all together. The background fabric for this particular quilt is a solid black. I decided to go with the solid black because the fabric itself has a variety of colors in it that are really bright, and I wanted to make sure that I had something that would really make those colors pop. So I opted to go with a solid black. So when that time comes, we will get to that. That one's already okay. That one doesn't need to be trimmed. It says, wow, Lucas is Thimble King. Well, you know, that's what happens when you have access to the to the winning stuff, you know. He can set all that. He does a lot of that just to test out things, so he's great about that. He's constantly testing things for me. Making sure they work, making sure they're running correctly. He is amazing. He's home from school right now. In fact, I actually got to see him live and in person yesterday. He was here at my house yesterday, so that was really cool. I'm sure I will see him again throughout the rest of the week while he's home. I'm sure of it. In fact, I'll probably see him later today. I think him and Tony have plans. Tony is one of my daughters. She is home from school right now. She came home on Friday. My other daughter, Taylor, comes home on Wednesday, so I'm excited to see them. They're going to be home for the holiday weekend. It'd be nice to have them home. The only bad part about that is when my daughter Taylor comes home, I basically lose access to this room because this is her bedroom. So that's why I've been trying to pre-plan. I've got a couple of videos already that I've recorded ahead of time so that all I have to do is edit those so I don't have to worry about recording. And she's only here for the weekend, so shouldn't be too bad. Lucas says it's been 4 years. Yes, 4 years, Lucas. My goodness. You and Tony have been together for 4 years. Which is, you know, that's amazing for people your age, in your age group. It's absolutely amazing. And you guys have known each other for way longer than that, like since what, like 3rd grade or something? Something silly like that. Long time. Anita says, use a hot water bottle to sit and sew. Oh, do you mean for my back, Anita? Oh, for your spine. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that, Anita. I have heard that. I actually need to... I actually don't own... I just realized today that I don't actually own a heating pad, which I'm like, you dummy. You should totally have one. I have ice packs like crazy, but I have no heating pad. I think I did have one, and I think one of the girls might have taken it with them when they went to school. So I need to get a new one for those. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Heat for sure helps. This chair is not really conducive to my back. I don't know if you guys can see, but my back doesn't actually touch the back of the chair. So this bottom piece needs to come up in order to give me lumbar support, and it doesn't. It's static. It doesn't move. So I've been actually looking at getting a new chair. The good news is I really don't sit in this particular chair for too long of a time frame. I'm usually only in it for a couple of hours, and then I usually stand up and move around. you know, I try to do some stretches, exercises as best I can. Obviously, I know that my weight is definitely a contributing factor to my back issues. I know that for sure. You know, I think we all have a little bit of extra that we could use to lose, right? But yeah, water bottle is a great idea. Heating pad is another great idea. Those are all really great ideas. I usually don't have too much trouble with my back except for when it gets cold like this. It just really doesn't like the cold weather. Good night. Have a good day, Mona. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It was great to see you. And thank you again for the shout out on your channel. I really am honored by that. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Sierra office chair on Amazon. So comfy. Dawn, is that made for bigger people? That is one of the struggles I'm having right now, is I need a chair that's made for bigger people. I've looked at a couple of gaming chairs. I've been over to Office Max like 100 times checking out all the chairs over there. Trying to find one that I like. And I really haven't come across one that I have to have yet. I've tried gaming chairs, I've tried office chairs, I've tried all kinds of things. And so I'm looking for a chair that the backing here actually will come up. It has the lumbar support, but it comes up. And then I'm looking for something that has a nice wide bottom on it, because I got a wide bottom. I gotta be put to wide bottom in the chair. So I've been looking. I've checked out the koala chairs. They don't have arms on them. And I'm not a big fan of chairs without arms on them. I know for sewing and stuff like that, it's really a great thing, but I actually have a hard time with that because I feel like I'm going to fall out of the chair. I know that's silly, but it's just like this weird fear that I have. So I've been trying to find one with arms on it that are adjustable. So yeah, I'm kind of picky about the chair. And I hesitate buying a chair online just because I really feel like I need to sit in it. But I appreciate the recommendation, though. I really do. If it's a chair that you guys are really like and that you feel like it'll work for what I need, I'm absolutely willing to hear you out on it and check it out. And I'm not against paying, you know, a decent amount of money for a nice chair because they're important, you know. I just haven't really found one that I like yet. Oh, I missed something here. Anita says, because I sew and sell, I make all sorts of things that are for my stall, but 3 main things: placemat, drink coasters, and hand towels and zipper pouches. Oh, the stall you were talking about in the Christmas thing? That's awesome, Anita. That sounds like a lot of fun. I don't really make a lot of those, you know, little projects like that. I probably should, but I don't. I focus more on quilting. We do every once in a while make some, you know, I did make a pot holder video on the channel once. I need to make, I know Dawn did it. No, was it Dawn? Donna on Donna's channel, handmade ying with Donna. She made a pedal mat, a mat for her pedal, and I think it's something that Teresa Louise actually had made on her channel as well. Quite a while ago, and so that's definitely something that's on my radar of things I want to get made, and probably you know, put a tutorial out there for. I have made cup cozies, like that go around your bottles and stuff, or you know, beverage cozies or whatever you call them. I've made those before with some scrap materials. But those were more of a necessity, you know, those were more of a thing I needed or wanted, as opposed to something that I was trying to sell. Anne says, my kids don't come home, they're too far away. Yeah, luckily my kids do come home. They're in the same state. They both go to school in the same state we live in. They're still a few hours away, so it's not necessarily convenient for them to come home all the time. But it is close enough that they can come home for the holidays. Marie says, sorry for not chatting. I was filleting chicken and marinating it for dinner tonight, so I couldn't touch my phone. No, absolutely, Marie. What time is dinner? We'll be over. Sounds amazing. What time is dinner? Anita says, ice is no good. You need heat. Oh, yeah, no, I agree, Anita. Heat is better for muscles. Ice is better for bones. I'm totally aware of that, yeah. When I was having my back surgery, I had to do the ice to keep the swelling down. Because that was a bone surgery. That was not a muscle thing. But yeah, no, heat for sure. I did put some icy, well, I didn't. My husband did. He put some icy hot on it this morning to try and help a little bit, which it did help a little bit. Like I said, I've also taken some medication, which I try not to take, honestly, but sometimes you have to have that little extra boost that it gives you. So I did take a little bit of extra medication this morning for that, and I did some stretches this morning, and I'll do some more after the stream as well. So hopefully I'll be able to get it back to where it needs to be soon enough. But it is definitely a little tender today, for sure. And I believe my blade is dull. Doesn't sound like it yet. My blade is dull. Okay, so I need to change out my blade. Because it's a little dull. So if you've never seen anybody change a Martelli blade before, you're in luck. You're going to get to see me do it. You guys know I love my Martelli cutter, but changing the blade is a little bit of a challenge compared to regular blades. So unscrew the screw in the center, and then gently pull the blade out. Careful not to cut yourself. There we go. And then get a new blade. And let me get some of my oil. I thank you to Shirley from Around to It. She made the recommendation of always adding a drop of oil to your blades. I don't do it all the time. I only do it when I change the blade. But I have found that works out really well. And there's so much gunk in here. Give me a second. Oh, ouch, stretch again. Ouch. There's all kinds of icky gunk in here, so let me see if I can get in here with this. Pull it out. There's all kinds of grossness in here, so I'm just trying to clean that out. These little Brenda sent me some gifts a while back, and one of them was these cute little Q-tips that work really well for cleaning out your machine, but they also work really well for cleaning out my Martelli, I have found. So I try to... Now I can actually pull my Martelli completely apart and blow it out and clean it, but I'm not going to do that today. I've done it once before, and if I'm honest, it's a little bit of a pain. This is the new blade. Pull this back out. Push that down. Alright, now I'll put this screw back in. I'll line that screw up. There we go. Great. Oh, too tight. There we go. I like to make sure that the blade spins. There we go. Just let that go. Alright. So see, it wasn't that hard. Some people have said, oh no, I don't like the Martellis because they're so hard to change the blade. I don't seem to have a problem. They are a little extra compared to a normal, flip the button kind of thing, but I don't seem to have a problem. I enjoy it. Put that in there for now. There you go. All done. See? That wasn't so hard at all. Brenda says, I love how we can reduce the chat box and zoom in for a closer look. Yes, Brenda, I am happy about that. I wish that I had better camera angles for you guys so you could see me do things like that. Maybe next year. I have a lot of plans for things that I want to make changes to next year. And that is probably going to be one of them. I would love to be able to do like Becca does and flip the camera angle for you guys so you can see a little bit better of what I'm doing. That is a goal of mine eventually. Oh, so much nicer. New blade. Someone asked me once what type of blades I use. I buy cheap blades. I don't buy expensive ones. I buy really cheap ones, which is why I have to change them out as often as I do. But, you know, it kind of is what it is. But I buy the cheap ones. I've used the Olfa endurance blades. Those seem to work really, really nicely. I like using those, but they're really expensive. So I usually don't buy them. I kind of hope that they come in a project box or something and I use them there, but I don't usually buy them. Yes, a streaming deck. Yeah, absolutely, Dawn. It's one of those things where it's just I don't really have the investment in it yet. Plus, I need another camera, too. I would need a second camera, so. But, yeah, there's a streaming deck and a second camera, and, yeah, I'd like to have. So, you guys probably can't see it. Well, actually, today you probably can because the lighting is just terrible today. But I actually have a light that hangs up here. So, I'm going to have a mic that hangs there as well eventually, and then also a camera so you guys can see kind of looking down what's happening. That's the goal. Obviously, it's not going to happen now, but that's my goal for next year for equipment improvements that I'd like to do. I'd like to have a streaming deck, too, so I could flip between. But that all comes with time, you know. I mean, the channel's it'll be a year old in January, so I'm not really, you know, it's like they say, you got to walk before you can run, so. And you guys are patient enough with me that you can all come along with me and be patient with me when I have all these weird technical issues. Oh, she says they're on sale right now for $118 on Amazon. Wow, that's a cheap one. Yeah, that's really inexpensive. That might be something I'm going to have to look into. But yeah, I definitely need at least one more camera, a mic, and a streaming deck. So that I can flip between those things for you guys. Oh. Dawn says, I know, Danny, me too. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Marie. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she says, Danny, all in time. Those creators that have been monetized and have patrons for a long time, so they can afford those things. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in any hurry. I mean, you guys are awesome. You guys do, you know, you guys are patient enough with me, and you deal with all my tech issues. I really love to figure out this whole color thing. I think it's my connection. I think I need to get a better wire connection, and I think that's part of it because I do everything. I'm doing everything on Wi-Fi, and I know that's not the right way to do it. So I think that's part of my problem, and that's something that I've been trying to work through. I actually just bought another cable, and I haven't connected it up yet. I need to. So I think that's part of that problem. But yeah, the other stuff, it'll all come with time, you know. I'm not in any hurry. You guys are great and supportive, and you don't complain about it, so I appreciate that. That is what Mom and Pop Shop Quilt use. Yeah, and I know Becca uses an HMI too. Yeah. Oh, stretch. Yeah, Becca's really sweet. She's given us a list of all of the equipment that she uses on her website, which was really nice. She uses an HMI, which is basically a streaming deck. It's it's a little bit more of an advanced streaming deck, but she uses that. I will get there one day. Right now, my problem is I spend too much money on fabric. I spend more money on fabric than I do on equipment. So, the projects will be really pretty. You guys just can't see them because I have terrible equipment. So that's how that's going to work, Hey, has anybody heard from Teresa? Does anybody know if she's doing a live stream today? I know that, I think it was last week, she had to cancel her live stream because for health reasons. And I was just kind of wondering if anyone has heard from her, how she's doing, if she's okay. I've been watching her Facebook. I haven't seen any activity from her on her Facebook page, and I'm just kind of making sure she's okay. I don't have a contact number for her or anything. I guess I could try to send her an email. But I was just wondering if anybody's heard anything. Hopefully she's doing okay. I know there's a lot of acronymed illnesses going around right now. So hopefully she didn't catch any of those. Dawn says, I was playing an iMovie today and figured out how to do picture-in-picture. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, she's a very generous woman. Yeah, you're talking about Becca. Yeah, she's super generous. She's so kind. One day I hope to get to meet her. She is the reason that I got up the courage to start my own channel. I mean, the reason I have the channel is to make friends, but she's the reason that I got up the courage to do it. I basically said if she could do it, then I can do it too. So one day I'd like to meet her. And I'm sure one day I will. Patty says, I like that idea, Danny. I think visuals are important, and having an overhead camera is essential to how-to videos. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Patty. When I'm doing my tutorial videos, I do have I have a tripod that I actually set up so that you can see the camera coming down. But for this kind of stuff on my live streams, I don't really have a good way to do that just yet. I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it, guys. The channel it's still really new. It's only a year old. So it's still considered a baby. And it takes time to kind of build up that stuff, so. Maria says, no, I saw her briefly to chat with Beth Good at the beginning of the week, but nothing more from Teresa. Yeah, I haven't seen anything either. I just hope she's okay. I might try to send her like a Facebook message or something. See if she's okay. She might be busy with quilting for others before Christmas. Yeah, Dawn, that's an absolute... Yeah, she does do a lot of long arm quilting for other people. So, yeah, she could be doing that. But I noticed, I think it was last week, she sent out a message. Yes, Anita, I do have a cat. We can talk about the cat in a second. But she had sent out a message last week on her Facebook group that she had canceled her live stream for health issues. And that's all it said. So... I just hope it's nothing serious and that she's on the mend. Anita, yes, I do have a cat. We have a cat named Angel. She is currently sleeping in the corner right here underneath the camera. That's right next to the heating vent, which is where she likes to sleep because she's very old. She is 19 years old. And she is in kidney failure. She has renal failure. So she can't hold her own body heat. So she's lost quite a bit of weight over the years. So she's actually very tiny. But the vets have assured us that she's not in any pain. She's not suffering by any means. She still eats and drinks very well. She does drink a lot more than normal, obviously, but she's doing okay. But yeah, she's here with us. Usually she makes a cameo. Usually she's somewhere behind me at the door or meowing at me or who knows. But today she's pretty quiet. She's just kind of laying on the floor sleeping. She turns out some quilts because she was booked up. Okay. Marie thinks she was taking care of her hubby. That could be. That could be. And I hope they're both well. I guess I should clarify. I hope they're both well and things are okay over there. Hopefully we'll see her later today. Yes, poor Angel. Yes, Angel. Angel is my daughter's cat. I mean, she's the family cat, but she kind of became attached to my daughter over the years and has kind of become my daughter's cat. So that's actually why she lives in this room, because this is basically her bedroom. She's got food and water and litter box and everything she needs right here in this room, and she really doesn't venture from the room too much. She stays in it for the most part. I mean, obviously we let her venture out if she wants to, but she really doesn't. She stays here. But yes, we do have a cat named Angel. She makes appearances. And then I don't know if you guys can hear it right now, but we actually have another cat. We have two cats. 2 cats and 3 dogs. The second cat is our other one. She's Ozzy, and she is very vocal. So you'll hear a meow every once in a while on some of my videos. And even right now, I don't know if you can hear her right now, but she's meowing right now. She's in the other room. She has kind of become... she's very social, unlike Angel. Angel is actually not very social. She doesn't like people. She really only likes my daughter, to be honest. She tolerates me, but she really only likes my daughter. But the other cat is very social, so she's always in whatever room everybody else is in. So I think she's in the living room right now. But yeah, we have a full house. 3 dogs, 2 cats, and a partridge in a pear tree. 5 daughters, 3 dogs, 2 cats, and a partridge in a pear tree. We like animals. Animals have always been in our family, especially dogs. Cats not as much, but they have been there. We are animal lovers, for sure. My dogs have made an appearance in one of my videos. I think it was the finishing up the Bargello table runner quilt. I did some filming in my kitchen because I needed the extra space. And so they both made an appearance. All 3 of them made an appearance there. You can only see 2 of them because the third one is so short you couldn't see her around the counter. But she was there. But yeah. Oh, Brenda says, I don't think it's a secret. Teresa Louise had to take her husband to get something out of his eye driving in the snow with her fibromyalgia. Oh my gosh, so terrible to hear that. She says, he's better, had to put drops in his eyes. Well, I'm glad to hear that he's better, Brenda, and thank you for sharing that with us. Hopefully everything goes okay. Yes, Lucas. Yeah, Lucas is right. Surprisingly, Angel likes her too. Yeah, likes him too, which we don't really understand, but it's fine. But yeah, she gets excited when Lucas comes by too. Oh, sorry this is so boring, guys. I mean, you know, this is unfortunately one of those drawbacks to the project is that there are fun parts of projects and then there are boring parts too. And this is unfortunately one of those boring parts where you're just trimming out dog ears and trimming up the blocks. I could probably do this off camera, I guess, but I enjoy sitting here chatting with you guys. You know, mind-numbingly cutting fabrics. And the whole point of these live stream projects is to do them from start to finish on the stream so that you guys can see how they go and how long they take if you're planning to do them yourself, and you can join in if you choose. And plus it gives you guys time to play all these silly games. All the silly games in chat. And I will remind everybody, I know I did it earlier, but if you are watching the channel and you'd like to participate in the games and chat, you do have to be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes. And unfortunately, that's to get rid of all the bots. We kind of got attacked with bots a couple of times here. So we've had to put that restriction on there, and I do apologize for that, but it is a necessary evil. So you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel and then wait 5 minutes, and then you can also participate. Once you are subscribed to the channel and you have the ability to participate in chat, you are also earning thimbles. Thimbles is basically a points program that I have on the chat, so that you're earning thimbles as you watch and participate, and then you can use those thimbles for prizes. We have 2 prizes right now. We have a random notion and a random back quarter that I pull from my stash to send you. I promise I don't send you the ugly ones. I promise I don't send you those. Unless, of course, you want an ugly one. I mean, you can absolutely specifically request an ugly one if you want it. But otherwise, I send you a random one from my stash. And we go from there. Now, I do have a couple of other prizes that I'm going to be adding onto the channel here soon, that I will tell you guys more about when they get added. But they're going to be some big ones. They're going to be some really big ones. I don't know if you guys can hear Ozzy. She's meowing like crazy out there. I don't know what she wants. She probably just wants attention. That's usually why she meows, is for attention. Betty says, I really appreciate you. Oh, Betty, I don't know who you're talking about, but thank you. I appreciate you, too. There you go. Dawn says, ugly fabric challenge. That could be fun. That could be fun. I've been thinking about doing some exchanges. I was talking about doing a card exchange for Christmas, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get time to do that as much as I wanted to. So unfortunately, I think we're going to have to put an X on that one. It was going to be something fun, and I was really excited to do it, but unfortunately, I've kind of run out of time because I didn't think about it till last minute. But I am making notes about it so that hopefully I can do something again next year and be a little bit more prepared for it. But the ugly fabric challenge sounds like a good idea too. If everybody sent me in an ugly fabric and then I sent them all back out, I don't know, we'll see. I'd like to do things like that. I'd like to be a little bit more interactive in the channel, but I also want to keep in mind everyone's securities and their risks and things like that. I mean, obviously you don't want to be giving complete strangers your home address. I mean, yes, we talk to each other every week on this channel, and so we're not super strangers, but, you know, we are still strangers to people, so there are some not so nice people out in this world, unfortunately. So I've been trying to come up with ways of doing that. I might do something. I don't know. I might do something on Patreon. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with ways that we can interact a little bit more on the channel, not just in our live streams, but outside the live streams too. You know, a quilt along would be fun. Maybe we'll do that. We're kind of doing that a little bit with the other project that we're working on, but it's not really something that we're doing on a regular basis. So I'd like to have something that we do together on a regular basis, and then something also like you know, like Dawn says, an ugly fabric exchange or something. I'm not sure. I don't know how it's going to work yet. I'm still trying to... I've been watching a lot of other streamers and trying to figure out from them how they're doing it. How they're doing it and what they're doing to try and come up with ideas on what works. But I would definitely like to be able to connect with you guys more and have you guys connect with each other more too. Obviously, it's all, you know, voluntary. You know, obviously no one is required to do anything to participate at all. It would all be voluntary. But yeah, I just haven't really had the time to invest in that yet. 70,000. Jesus, Lucas. Yes, lots are being generous today. My goodness, I really think we need to change those payouts, dude. Or you need to stop playing. One of the two. My goodness. Of course, I think you can go in and just wipe them out, too. Well, I think you can wipe yours out. I don't know. I mean, I know you can wipe everybody's out, which we don't want to do that, but I think you can just go in and wipe your own. Marie's like, wah wah. Yes, Dawn, slots are paying out. Lucas fixed it, so I think they're actually paying out a little too much now. So take it while you can, because I know he was fixing it earlier. I think we need to drop some of those payouts a little bit. But yes, they are paying out for sure. For sure. So all of these blocks need to be 4 inches square. So I'm trying to do my best. Of course, you guys know I'm not super great at cutting fabric, so of course some of these are a little wonky. They're not quite 4 inches, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. So I'm just trimming them all up to 4 inches. Cutting off all the dog ears, trimming up all the pieces to 4 inches as best I can. Unfortunately, this is the boring part of the process. Okay, thanks, Lucas. I figured you were doing something. I saw you playing with it. I figured you were doing something. We had the multiplier set a little high at first because we didn't realize what was happening. I think we've got it dialed in now. We're figuring it out now. At least we got it working. Before it wasn't playing out anything. Everybody was losing. So we're like, no, don't play the game. Don't play. Okay. What have we got done so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've gotten 11 done so far. That's pretty good. At least we'll have something a little bit to sew up the next time we're together again and we do this. Yes, Lucas. 12,000. Are you kidding me, Lucas? Marie says it's boring but important, Danny. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Marie. Yeah, trimming the blocks is important because it makes sure that your blocks are square, for sure. But it is boring, unfortunately, for you guys. And I do apologize for this not being the most entertaining of content today. But, it's all part of the process. We will be working on other projects where we'll have to go through this process as well, so. Ozzy, Anita, Ozzy, as in like Ozzy Osbourne, that kind of Ozzy. Yeah, except she's a female cat, not a male cat. But yeah. And that's actually how we spell it too, is with the IE. Yep. Oh, looks like somebody's gotten a heist going again. Those heists are fun. There was a duel, too. I don't know if anybody's tried playing the duel today. Lucas was messing with that the last time. He definitely keeps himself entertained during these. Okay. My music seems to have died here. Oh, there it goes. You guys know well, for those of you who are new to the channel, you probably don't know this, but my normal viewers, I have an earpiece in my ear here, and it plays music in the background. It's basically the same music that you guys hear at the start of the stream and at the end of the stream. It's the same music, but I keep it in my ear, so that kind of lets me know, one, it's for my ADD, it helps me keep focused a little bit better, and two, it helps me know when there's any connection issues. Because every once in a while, YouTube decides it doesn't like Streamlabs and it decides to be stupid and things happen. So I let the music play, and as soon as the music kicks out, that's usually my cue that something has gone terribly wrong. So, but every once in a while, the music will get quiet, and I'm like, uh-oh, did I lose the connection? And it's just because the music gets quiet, so. But I will say, having the computer, so I moved my computer, you guys. I had my computer set up over here. So I was looking at the computer whenever I was talking. I wasn't looking at you guys. And I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. I still don't really like where my chat is set up. I need to move that as well. And I have some ideas for that later on. But for right now, it's still here. But I moved the computer back behind the camera. So now in order for me to look at the computer, I have to look at you guys when I look at the camera. So, or when I look at the computer. So I'm hoping that that kind of gets me a little bit more interacting with you guys as opposed to interacting here. Now, obviously, I could put the camera here, but then I think it would be way too close. Way too close. Because I've tried that out. I prefer it over there for now. You know, if I didn't have my quilting cabinet in here, I could probably do a lot more. But I really like the upper cabinet here for all my storage and stuff. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, back on, a lot of people have, you know, the flat cabinets that they work with. And so they don't have this back piece here, so they can put all their cameras and computers and stuff back there behind them. But unfortunately, that's not how my setup is. That's okay. Yes, and you know, the thimbles stay forever. They do stay from one week to the next. In fact, they also work when we're doing premieres on our videos as well. So I've seen the heist game get played. I've seen the slots game get played during premieres. So if I do a video premiere where I'm with you guys in chat and we're all chatting along instead of just playing the video, you can also play the games there as well, and they stay there. So as long as I'm using Streamlabs for my streaming service, you guys will continue to have the points. So yeah, it's not something that gets reset after every stream. It's something that stays there, so you guys can keep earning them moving forward. And I thought I had the payouts or the redemption stuff pretty high out, except for now with the slots paying out a little bit higher, I might have to bump those up. I actually brought them down because I was like, nobody's ever going to achieve these. And now I'm like, that might actually be a bigger problem. Anita, you said swap a 2-inch square. I'm not sure what that means. I'm sorry. Terry says, it's starting to look like you painted your room, Danny. LOL, very Tuscan or very Fiesta. I swear, Terry, I did not paint anything. This is a bright green. I don't understand what is happening with the camera today. I don't know. Obviously I must have clicked something somewhere, so I apologize for that. I did not paint, I promise. It is still my green and teal. I don't understand why. It's so weird. It's something in Streamlabs or something about when I'm streaming, because when I do my videos, when I record my videos, you guys have seen my videos. The coloring looks great. Everything looks perfect. And then I get on Streamlabs and it looks like this. So I don't really know what's happening here, honestly. I don't know. I will figure it out though. Every week it's a new challenge, you know? It is what it is, right? Let's see what else I've missed here in chat. I apologize for missing a bunch of stuff here. Let's see. I try to catch as much as I can, guys, and I'm really sorry if I missed something. Marie says, I've completely lost my sojo this week. I think it's because I'm dreading doing the sandwich to finish my granddaughter's quilt. I only have room on the floor to base it, and I hate that. Oh, Marie, I feel you, hon. I've gotten to a point where, with the amount of space that I have in my sewing room here, and just in my house in general, that I really can't do full-size quilts right now. At least with regards to sandwiching them and quilting them myself. I don't have anywhere to do that. The largest full-size quilt that I did for myself was a twin-sized, and that one I had to pull out a card table and set it up in the middle of my living room to sandwich, and I can only do the 4x4, you know, the 4 foot by 4 foot pieces at a time, and even that was really, really challenging. So I unfortunately have to send all of my full-size stuff out to be long-armed. because I just don't have the space for it right now. I do have a huge island in my kitchen, which I would love to be able to utilize for this, but the problem is it's so deep that I actually can't, if I tried to lay the quilt out, I wouldn't be able to reach the center. So I'd have to probably stand on a step ladder in order to reach it, because it's pretty tall. So, yeah, I feel you, hon. I know how you go. That's why I usually only do the quilting for my smaller projects, my table runners, things like that. In fact, I still have, you guys can barely see it, but I still have a table runner right here that I have yet to sandwich and quilt yet. It's still sitting there. I have all the pieces there. I just have to do it. I just recently bought more batting for it, so I need to do that. So yeah, I totally understand. Oompa Loompa orange. Yeah, Dawn, I'm glad you guys are having fun with it. I have no idea what has happened here, but I will fix it somehow. But I'm glad you guys are having fun with it. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's Oompa Loompa orange. It's a good thing I like orange, so. Marie says getting down there is okay, but getting back up is a problem. Oh, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, the floor it's hot lava down there. I feel you. So Terry says, I do quilt as you go for that reason. I use the ironing board for that because of the height. Yeah, that's not a bad idea too, Terry. That's not a bad idea. Anita says, no floor for me unless I'm desperate. Yeah, I used a 4-foot card table. The problem with the card table was it was short, so I was leaning over it a lot, and that hurts my back. So I have my, like I said, my countertop in my kitchen, but that's actually too high. I need something that's like mid-grade. I've thought about buying one of those tables that like folds up into like barely anything and then pulls out into, you know, these big spaces. I've thought about getting one of those, but I'm not there yet. Plus, I have my domestic machine, and I really can't do quilting very well on my domestic machine. The throat on it is just too small. So the long arm is that's just the best option for me personally. Obviously, some people have, they would prefer to do it themselves, so. Yeah, well, Marie, I mean, everything has gone up in price for sure, but yeah, the full-size ironing boards can be pretty pricey nowadays. Moldy Lasagna says, look in the setup and find the message and change it. Yeah, Moldy, we've tried that. We can't actually find the message. We've been through all of the settings, and we can't find the message to change it. Both, I mean, unless, of course, you know where it's at, but we can't find the Ahoy section, if that's what you're talking about. Kathy says, I do all mine on my queen-size bed. I have a big piece of cardboard I got at Joann's, and it works perfect. Oh, Kathy, that's not a bad idea. I never even thought to do that. That's actually pretty smart. Dawn says, I'm in search of a nice ironing board cover. My covers last about 3 years. Dawn, have you thought about making your own? I've heard a lot of people make their own now because they're so expensive. Kathy says, hi, Sean. I didn't see Sean in the chat. Is he here? Patty says, Sandra, you're such a winner. Moldy Lasagna says she's looking at the raw code and she'll keep looking. Marie says, I don't mind quilting on the domestic, especially since I got the Juki. The throat space is great. Yes, the Juki, the throat space on the Jukis was amazing. So Terry says, I also use my bed and I use poster board when I'm pinning so that I don't pin it to the quilt, to the bedding. Yeah, good call, good call. Oh, an ugly fabric swap for 2 inches. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, I didn't realize, Lucas. Thank you. I was trying to figure out who that was. Sorry, I apologize. I guess I didn't catch the real name there. I'm sorry. That makes sense. So Moldy Lasagna is a Sean. That makes sense. Well, good morning, Sean. Thank you. I was looking for our other Sean. I was looking for the guy who sews, and I couldn't find him. I'm like, everybody keeps saying he's there, and he's not there. So I apologize. I'm terrible with these things. I will catch on. I still love that name though. It's so funny. The moldy lasagna, so fun. Well, guys, it is 12:37, and we have gotten quite a bit done here. So I think we've done quite a bit that, I mean, obviously it's not everything that we wanted to get done today, but I think we did quite a bit today. Like I said, I'm having a little bit of back issues, so I can't really sit in the chair for too long. I've been here I've been here an hour longer than you guys, so almost 3 hours sitting in this chair. So I really need to get up and move around. I'm sure you guys need to get up and move around. I'm sure you've got things you want to do. Hopefully Teresa's live today. I haven't heard yet, but hopefully she goes live today. Hopefully everything goes well with her. I will be live tomorrow on Kathy's channel at 1 o'clock Central Time. I have some stuff I have to take care of in the morning. So she was nice enough to push her live stream back a little bit, which is so sweet, and I'm so excited to sew with those ladies. I'm going to be working on some table runner stuff, the paper piecing stuff I was showing you guys earlier. Nothing crazy exciting, I'm really just going to be enjoying the fact that it's going to be like a quilting retreat for me, except I won't actually have to leave my home or pack anything up, so that'll be fun. I'm just really excited for that. So thanks so much today, guys, for joining me, for all of your kind words about my back issues, for just the chat, and you know, those of you who joined Sean's channel yesterday, that were there yesterday too. Thank you for that. And for your patience for this terrible picture today. I don't understand what's happening, but I will fix it. I promise. I will figure it out. Looks like I have black eyes. I don't even want to know. It's just terrible. I'm trying not to look at it because it looks awful. So I do apologize for that. I will fix that. Lucas says, what time is it tomorrow? 1 o'clock Central Time, Lucas. 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. Central. So yeah. You guys are great. Moldy, I don't have a master's in accounting, but I do have a degree in accounting, so that's really cool. We should chat numbers someday. Alright guys, I am going to take off again. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you guys next Sunday for sure. Hopefully tomorrow if you guys have time. If not, that's okay. I understand. It is during the day. Some people have to go to work. I have the week off, so that's really nice. So I'm going to be doing a lot of things around the house, so that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, so that's... Let me grab my mouse. There it is. Alright guys, so I will see you all again maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, who knows. Next video will come out on Thursday. It will not be a premiere video because I will not be able to join you in chat, so it will just be a drop. It's going to be clue 4 of our Piazza Puzzle Mystery Quilt, and then next week we will, hopefully if I have time this weekend to record, next week we will do another block party video. I promise you guys it will be a paper piecing one. No, Brenda, I do not know what I'm doing yet. I still haven't picked it out. That is one of my goals for today, is to look through that book and pick one and get that all prepped and ready to go for next week. So that is one of my goals for today, depending on how my back issues go later today. So we'll have to wait and see. But that video is coming up hopefully in 2 weeks. We'll have another block party video, and then next week, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do on our live stream next week. I'll let you know. Alright guys, I have taken off. I've talked way too much. My voice is starting to go. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you guys again really, really soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.